Hi guys, this is organic chemistry and we're looking at addition polymers. So one of the basic addition polymer is polyethylene. So that is made up of ethene, which is C2H4. This is the molecule known as ethene. And the polymer would have one of the double bonds being broken to form a single bond between the two carbon atoms, and then we would have the four hydrogen atoms placed above and below the carbon atoms, and this would represent a single repeat unit of ethene. So one repeat unit of polyethylene. So the monomer is an alkene while the polymer is a polyalkane. So for uses of polyethylene, we need to understand that there are two types of polyethylene. The first type is called LDPE, which stands for low density polyethylene. And in this structure, we have, if we take a small sample of the polymer, we have chains of polyethylene randomly placed with a lot of molecular spaces between them. So the use for LDP or low density polyethylene is to make plastic bags. The other type of polyethylene is called HDPE, which stands for high density polyethylene. And if we take a sample of the polymer, you can see that it has organized chains of polyethylene present. So there is not enough molecular spaces between them. Therefore, these are the kind of plastics that will not bend, unlike plastic bags. So high density polyethylene is used to make plastic containers. Another addition polymer is what polymer known as PVC or polyvinyl chloride, that is made up of chloroethene. Now the chloroethene will have two carbon atoms with a double bond between them. One of the carbon atoms has a single chlorine and a single hydrogen on it, while the other carbon has two hydrogen atoms on it. This is a molecule known as chloroethene, which is also known as vinyl chloride. Now in the polymer or PVC, the double bond breaks and a single bond remains. So we've got a single bond between two carbon atoms, one having a chlorine and a hydrogen on it, the other having two hydrogen atoms on it. So this is what is known as a one repeat unit of PVC, full form polyvinyl chloride. Now the uses of PVC includes use for making plumbing pipes, all the pipes that are used for movement of water in our uh, washrooms and kitchens and everywhere, and any place where water is supposed to be moved is in form of pipes made from PVC, whether they are thick or thin. A thicker pipe would be used for hot water, a thinner pipe would be used for cold water. And they're also used for electrical insulation. So we have plastic pipes that encapsulate wires running throughout the house, whether it is uh, on the walls or on the roof, wherever. If we need to have an encasement for Electrical wires, so that there is insulation, we use PVC for this purpose. The next addition polymer is what is known as polypropylene. And polypropylene is the most widely used plastic in consumer wear. So it is made up of propene, which is two carbon atoms with a double bond between them. One carbon atom is attached to two hydrogen, the other carbon atom is attached to one hydrogen and one methyl group, CH3. This is what is known as propene. When it polymerizes, the double bond breaks, a single bond remains between the two carbon atoms, one of them having a CH3 and a hydrogen on it, the other having two hydrogen atoms on it. And this is what is known as one repeat unit of polypropene. So since polypropylene has got large scale uses, so let's list a few of them. So we have plastic toys, we've got loud speaker cones, we've got CD and DVD covers, we've got plastic lab equipment, we have got synthetic carpets, we've got chairs and tables made of plastic. We've got playground toys like swings and slides and seesaws. Another addition polymer is called PTFE or polytetrafluoroethene, which is made up of a monomer called tetrafluoroethene, in which we've got two carbon atoms with a double bond between them, each having two fluorine atoms attached to them. So this molecule is known as tetrafluoroethene, and when the double bond opens up and a single bond remains, we have two carbon atoms with a single bond on them, each attached to two fluorine atoms, forming a polymer whose one repeat unit is shown. So this is one repeat unit of PTFE, also known as polytetrafluoroethene, polytetrafluoroethene, and commercially known as Teflon. So PTFE is what is commercially known as Teflon. So polytetrafluoroethene. And the uses for polytetrafluoroethene includes non-stick coating on utensils. So the non-stick coating is made up of PTFE. Then we've got washable paints. These are paints that have PTFE added to them, or they're also known as Teflon paints. And we've also got Teflon tapes. Now, these tapes are used in plumbing. The plumber seals the pipes with a white colored tape, which is made up of Teflon or PTFE. This is non-polar, so it prevents leakage of water from the joints where the Teflon tape is placed. Another addition polymer is called polystyrene, which is made up of a monomer in which two carbon atoms having a double bond between them have on one of the carbon atoms a benzene ring placed on it. This is what is known as phenyl ethene, or it is also known as styrene. And when the double bond opens up and a single bond remains between the two carbon atoms, one of these carbon atoms will have a benzene ring present on it. And this structure is what is known as one repeat unit of polystyrene. Now, polystyrene is basically styrofoam. So, uses are styrofoam used in packaging. Then we've got disposable cups, plates, and containers made from polystyrene. Now, these disposable cups are the foam type cups that are used for teas and coffees and to contain hot food items packed carefully in another plastic container this and placed inside a styrofoam container just so that the heat that it emits, it does not affect the person holding it. So we need to be careful when using polystyrene because any compound that contains the benzene ring has the ability to cause cancer or is carcinogenic. So we need to make sure that even if we are using containers made from polystyrene, they are not directly exposed to the hot beverage or the hot food that is contained in them.